All right, testing, testing. We are recording. Mic's not muted. All right, well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be just sitting back and talking about what, maybe my plans are for 2021. I'm currently recording this, I think, on the 29th. I've been busy. My voice is kind of, low just because, a lot of events and stuff. Well, honestly, honestly, I don't even know why it's like this. But with that being said, 2020 was a weird year, right? It's perfect for us who make content on the internet. We were to stay home, kind of play games, do all this stuff. But I was also a little bit busy with working and once the COVID hit and they started laying people off, looking for other work. But at least I was able to sit down and play a lot of the games that I wanted to play. I mean, at the time of me recording this, I have completed 3 games that I set myself out to do, my goal. In my last update video, I'll probably leave the video in the link so you guys would see what I was planning back then. My big 3 games, damn, that was a while ago because I wanted to play Kingdom Hearts, Melody of Memory, Age of Calamity, and there was one more game that it's not coming to mind right now. Oh, Spider-Man Miles Morales, right, because the PlayStation wasn't even out back then. Oh my god. But I was actually able to play all of them. I played Kingdom Hearts, loved it. I guess I could start with that. Kingdom Hearts, it's a fun game to play by yourself, but I think it was a little bit weird playing it on the channel. I guess if I was streaming the game, it'd be a little bit more fun because I would have people with me. But I think it was kind of disappointing in the fact that it was just a recap. Me being a Kingdom Hearts fan, knowing everything about the game already, I was like, man, when's the new content coming? And then when that last episode hit, that's when things really started getting interesting. And now I'm super excited for whatever comes next, which reminds me, I also have to finish Kingdom Hearts 3, but I'll get into that after I kind of discuss what I've done so far. I also played Miles Morales. Very happy that I got to play it. I was afraid that it was only going to come out on PS5, but I was on PS4, so I was able to play it. And Age of Calamity was an amazing surprise, So piggybacking off of that, starting with Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 3, that's one of the games that I still need to finish. I had some issues with the PlayStation, but I think now I'll be able to kind of have a consistent recording session. I finished Melody of Memory, and like I said, I kind of like some of the other games I've played. I love Kingdom Hearts, but I specifically told myself not to watch anything about the game so I can play it myself and have my first time reaction. But of course, as a big Kingdom Hearts fan, I eventually kind of caved in. I only watched the ending of the game, so everything, like I said before, and if you've seen some of my videos, anything after the Keyblade Graveyard, I know about. So I'm happy to go back and play the worlds that I've missed. So far the last episode was the Kingdom of Corona with Rapunzel. So now I'm gonna do Monsters Inc., Frozen, and whatever else I can't remember. And then I'll show my thoughts with the whole game in general. And then piggybacking off of that, which is another game, Spider-Man. I played the original Spider-Man. I played Miles Morales on the channel, and I was thinking about doing the remaster once I get a PS5. Don't know when I'll get it, if I'll get it soon or who knows. But I mean, I have the PS4 version. It still works fine, so I might as well play that one. And that's one of the games that I think I'm gonna do. The last thing I'll mention is Breath of the Wild, because each game I guess played their sequel, but I'm planning to play the original. So with that being said, back to Kingdom Hearts. That's the first game that I'm gonna finish in 2021. Kingdom Hearts and The Last of Us. Last of Us was my runner-up for Game of the Year. I knew it was gonna win Game of the Year, but that's my runner-up. Because for me, Age of Calamity was my Game of the Year. Such a surprise, such an amazing game. But Last of Us, I loved it. All the parts are on the channel so far. I did all of Ellie's beginning story, and then I did the first chapter for Abby. which I see what they're trying to do, you know. So I'm glad to kind of go in and see what Abby's story is like. I already know the ending. That's another one that I was spoiled to. But I'm I guess it'll be fun to go in and see why the events led up to what happens. So the first thing I'm gonna finish is Kingdom Hearts and Last of Us. Then once those two are done, I don't want to rush things. I also plan to be more involved with my art channel and my movie channel, my podcast channel, where I do reviews on movies and maybe even games. Me and my brother wanted to do a review on Age of Calamity and other movies that I wanted to do, Star Wars with my father, or Soul, which we recently watched, my bad, on Disney Plus. It's a really good movie. But that's all going to be on my podcast channel. It's already ready to go. If you guys want to subscribe just to build up the audience, I'll have videos starting at the beginning of January, because there's a lot coming, not only anything we've missed, but anything that's coming up, like WandaVision, or talking about Mandalorian, or just anything January. There's a lot of stuff, Disney Plus and movies we've missed, So definitely going to be active on that channel. The art channel as well. I got a lot of money for Christmas, so I'm going to try to buy a Wacom One tablet to do more hands-on artworks. I'm going to leave my link in the description as well to my art channel. I already have a few videos. There's a few that I did back when I was really young, and the most recent two are like from last year. Trying out the program that I downloaded, but now I think I'm a little more inspired, and with that tablet I think I'm gonna do a lot better. Speaking of which, I was kind of testing out the program today. If you see, my channel, the channel you're watching, and the others, I've updated the banners and the icons. I think I'm really happy with my art channel and my podcast channel, but I'm still reworking the gaming channel. Right now, this is the picture that I'm using and stuff, but I might change it to be a little more eligible. No, like eligible. Yeah, like you can read it. That's probably the wrong thing, but I just want to rebrand, get my colors out there. Big shout out to OC Disaster. He included me in his montage, and like I loved being part of it, but like the thing is, he put like my full name as my gamer tag, which doesn't bother me, but like it's kind of weird because that's like not my YouTube tag. So on the gaming channel, it's Rythimzy, technically Rythimzygamez, because this is a gaming channel, then Rythimzy is the art channel. But you can just call me Rythimzy. That's how the tag that I ended up with. It was originally supposed to be a music account, but I'm not really too music versed. I love listening to music. If I ever learn how to make music, then fine, but I just kept it and used it as my tag for online, my online presence. You guys can also follow me on Rythimzy on Instagram and on Twitter, to follow up on my art, and on Twitter's to keep an eye out on all the news. I post what videos new and stuff like that. I might try to be more active, but I still don't really know how Twitter works. I don't know. I'm more of an Instagram guy, but Instagram's not really to be social. It's to just post pictures. It's different. You can't really have a conversation, I guess. But in that case, that's pretty much what I've done so far. Those are the games I've finished. That's what I've been doing these past 2 days, just kind of getting everything organized. Maybe like thinking of what channels I should open and making sure everything's up to date. In regards to what I plan to do, not only, like I said, the first thing is Kingdom Hearts and The Last of Us, but I will also make sure to have stuff upcoming, like after those games. I can never plan too much ahead, because obviously I'll be working, and I never know if something will come up. Like I never expected Age of Calamity, that was a surprise. But with that being said, I think there's a lot of games on my Switch, on the PlayStation, that I'd love to play. I can never really account for what comes up. Like, I think the only thing I know that is coming that I'm interested in is Little Nightmares 2. And I played Little Nightmares on the channel during Halloween. If anything, I'm going to do everything based on release date. Like, we know that Little Nightmares 2 is coming on in February. So maybe a few weeks, maybe a week before, I'll play Little Nightmares, the Little Nightmares DLC, finish that game, and then be ready for Little Nightmares 2. But with that being said, I mean, there's other games that I'd love to do. I know I've already played Age of Calamity. We still don't know when Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out, so I'm still thinking if I should wait until they announce a release date and then I'll start Breath of the Wild and make it like a road to Breath of the Wild 2. But I'm not sure, you know, when they'll announce it. But that's also my my way of thinking for games like Bayonetta. I have Bayonetta 1 and 2, but I don't want to play it prematurely. Like, I'll wait until they finally give us a release date or another trailer on Bayonetta, and then I'll start Bayonetta 1 and 2. And with that being said, I might even want to put together Astral Chain, which is a game I loved. I bought it the day it came out for my birthday. It was around my birth month. That was last year on the 31st, if I remember correctly. But it's another like action RPG. If you love Kingdom Hearts, Bayonetta, it's definitely the game for you. So that's, you know, games. Those are games that I want to play, but kind of build a hype, you know, for the game. You know, I want to play the original before the sequels come out. Same thing with, like, I wrote down here, I also have Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. I've always wanted to play that game on the channel. I tried to, but wasn't sure if the interest was there and didn't know really how to, like, kind of do it. Now I think I have a pretty good idea, but I don't know if I should just play the game or wait until they announce Xenoverse 3, if they ever do. Which, that's another thing. Technically, I started this channel like a year ago, right? In 2019. But I wasn't sure, you know, how to do the videos, what the structure was. I had games like, you know, Mario Odyssey on the channel. I had Luigi's Mansion when it came out. I played it, and it was, you know, videos were okay, but they didn't have commentary, and I felt like it's much better with commentary. The only game that survived is Sonic Forces, which I'm a big Sonic fan, so I ended up just finishing the game because there's a lot of dialogue, which is another thing that I was battling against. Like, Astral Chain has a lot of dialogue, but like that is spoken. You don't have to read. Not like Pokemon. Pokemon, I ended up like reading. Yeah, Pokemon was another one that like I redid because originally it was just all silent, but I needed some sort of voice because you guys aren't going to read, or, you know, I don't know how fast you read. It's better if I read, whatever, and it's better with commentary. So I've done this for a while. 2020 was the first year where I sat down and became more consistent. My first video, like, imagine this, I recorded when Fortnite's Chapter 2 Season 1 came out. I recorded that first match where we dive in. We were like, whoa, what's going on? But it wasn't until January of this year that I posted my first new video on the channel, which was my first 2020 Victory Royale. Damn. But ever since after that, I've kind of been more consistent, you know, with Smash reactions, and I've been covering more than just games. You know, have been happy to do a lot of more reactions and discussions. You really are able to sit down and just talk to people. Reactions are a lot more easier, and I think they're some of the videos that get the most views on my channel. Like some of I think the Steve Minecraft, I have one that I was shouted out by another I guess YouTuber or someone else who does collabs, and they were nice enough to include me one of them, and that gave me a lot of views. But you know, I just feel happy that I know what to do now, and that I've kind of made a few connections online. Like I said, I recently, you know, just thought about what I should do next. You know, I have different people that kind of like are consistent, and it gave me a lot of more, a little bit more inspiration in regards to kind of like, you know, what I want to do and who exactly is watching. You know, I mean, I'm looking here, and usually I have a lot of people I follow. Some people have followed me here and there, but you know, you can never tell who follows you. The only one I could give a shout out to that I've consistently kind of talked to is OC Disaster, which you know, we had fun in a stream the other day. Like I said, he included me, so it's always fun to kind of see that you can kind of grow a little community. And like, you know, he and I kind of post similar content. You know, he was doing Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. I saw all of his Mario Odyssey playthrough. That was one thing that I wanted to do. I like the way he did it. For me though, I want to make sure that I at least finish 64 and Sunshine, because I wanted to, but like the controls were driving me crazy. Luckily, I got a Pro controller for Christmas, so I think I'm gonna give it another try. And you know, I need to also, you know, play Mario Galaxy. I know Mario Galaxy is one that I'll definitely play. But you know, with that being said, I mean, that's the thing. You never know. Like, little things affect what you're doing. So overall, I set out my goal. I finished Kingdom Hearts, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and and Age of Calamity. So Age of Calamity, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Melody of Memory. And then the next 2 games that I should focus on, that I'm thinking I'm just going to do 2 at a time to not go crazy, is Last of Us Part 2 and what else did I say? And Kingdom Hearts 3. Then after that, like I said, it just depends on what is coming out, or really, you know, what's new, because I don't know if they might announce anything, you know, in the next 2 months. You know, stuff comes out of nowhere. I mean, like even Sephiroth was a big surprise. It kind of moved everything aside, because I was able to finish Pokemon just the other day, and I thought I was gonna make 3 more parts, but it only ended up being 1 more part. But yeah, I mean, I think in regards to what I'm gonna do next, I've separated everything with console, right? So for PlayStation, the games that I'm able to play are probably the original Spider-Man. I was interested in playing Star Wars Fallen Order, just because I do have that, and I'd love to try it out. And then there's also Last of Us Part 1, right? And Uncharted 4. Now, out of those games, I've only played Last of Us 1 and Spider-Man 4. So Star Wars Fallen Order and Uncharted 4 would be new to me. Because I love Star Wars, and I never got to play the game. And now that, you know, my brother got it on his PS4, I'll be able to play it as well. And in regards to the Nintendo Switch, like I said, it just depends. That one is the one that depends for me. You know, Breath of the Wild, I'd love to play it right away, but I might wait until, you know, a release date is confirmed for the second one, for the sequel. Same thing with Bayonetta 1 and 2, and maybe Dragon Ball, but, you know, that's just games that I want to play. If it's for fun, I think, you know, all the Mario games, you know, Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey, Astral Chain, and I mean, I could probably look at my Switch right now and figure out what other games I would like to do, because like I said, you know, stuff comes out of nowhere. You know, because I finished Little Nightmares, and Little Nightmares 2 is coming out, so I definitely want to play the DLC before the second one arrives. Since I wasn't able to play the demo and I don't want to get spoiled, I'd rather play the DLC, see what that is like, and with that being said, I might even finish Outlast just for fun, but I don't know, because I don't think I'll be playing the sequel, but I might play the DLC, or who knows, maybe I'll even save that for Halloween. But I don't want to, you know, do too much for Halloween. I had a lot of games I wanted to play, but you know, I might just finish Outlast, so I don't have to do too much. I don't know how much left of Outlast there is from what I recorded, but I want to definitely play Luigi's Mansion next Halloween, and you know, maybe the Whistleblower DLC, and I have so many others. I mean, I wanted to play Senua, I wanted to play All the Walking Dead, you know, stuff like that. So there's really a lot on the Switch. So I'm looking at all my games now, and there's really not like a lot. Like I said, a lot of these are back to back. You know, I have Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, Astral Chain, those 3 games that I would like categorize together. Then I have Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Fighters. I know that Final Fantasy 16 is coming out next year, and I do have the Pocket Edition, so who knows, maybe it'll be fun to play that one to get the story, and then we'll move on to Final Fantasy 16, so who knows. Like I said, Luigi's Mansion's for next year. You know, Resident Evil, I have Revelations, which is my first one, is Resident Evil. If I ever get the remakes, you know, 2 and 3 on the PlayStation, I'll definitely try them out. But you know, for Nintendo, it's either the 3 Mario games, you know, the Mario Collection, Odyssey, and then for Sonic, I already played Forces. I'm definitely hoping we get more news on Sonic for next year. I got Sonic Mania. I'm not really a classic guy, but I wouldn't mind playing it on the channel. And then I have All the Walking Dead, which I don't really think that's specifically a Halloween game, so I might even do it the month before. Who knows? I might do like a series for Walking Dead, right? That would be fun. Speaking of which, I also have the Batman series, so and it'll be cool because I might even get a new path, because I played the game, but in most of those games, I usually play as the good guy. I never like a lot of confrontation. I do my best to avoid, you know, a lot of bad situations. So maybe I could play a little more rough, you know, do a little bit more risky decisions. So who knows? And last but not least, I think okay. So this is a game that I played when I was young. It's called Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Now this came out during the summer. I was super excited. I played it all on my own because I wanted to record it. It's actually on the channel if you want to kind of see what it's like. But I want to definitely go back and just do a playthrough on it because that is my first ever console game. Like, people have Mario, people have Sonic. It was Ty first, and then I went into Sonic, and then eventually Mario. But man, that's one that I kind of definitely want to play. It's just an adventure game. The way I have it on the channel is every episode is one level, but I think it's kind of long. I might even cut those out, do the main missions in each level, and like do a whole section for one episode. But yeah, I mean, because before I wanted to keep episodes down to 20 minutes. But after commentating and kind of getting the flow, I don't mind going a little bit longer. My goal is to never go over an hour, at least now that I'm still a small YouTuber or doing this, you know, with not much of an audience. If I have more people, then I might do like a hour-long stream, maybe even more. But, you know, and I was thinking about doing Twitch, but I'm not really a live streamer kind of guy. I prefer just to do videos because everything's organized. You never know, you know. If anything bad happens, I could stop, cut, and then keep going, and you know, and I could fix little issues like that. So yeah, I mean, those are pretty much all the games I have. Those are my plans. So if I can put everything together, you know, like I said, I set out to do a goal in my previous update video, and I did it. You know, I beat Melody of Memory, Spider-Man, and Age of Calamity, and now really it's just I want to slow down and do a few games at a time, especially because I want to be more active, like I said, on the other channels. The art channel will definitely, it'll be interesting because I want to get a flow for the tablet once I get it, and I'll, you know, look into Instagram and all the artists I follow, see what kind of challenges they got going on, and I'll follow that. But I'm gonna definitely try to be more active on my podcast channel. Like, if you guys want to, you know, see, you know, my thoughts on movies, games, if you guys even want to, you know, join somehow, I actually recently joined the Discord, and I love to kind of like talk about games. You know, let's talk about Sephiroth. What do you guys think? Because I think he's really good. I definitely would have preferred Sora. If we still get Sora, I'd be happy. Sephiroth was cool, definitely better than Steve from Minecraft and Banjo. Like, that's the thing, everybody has a preference. To me, I never really played Banjo-Kazooie or Minecraft, so they were my least favorite. I was super happy for Min Min. Byleth was cool. Never really played Fire Emblem, but I personally love all the Fire Emblem characters. You know, Sephiroth was awesome. I know Sephiroth. And everybody else seemed pretty interesting. The thing is, I never hate a character because Sakurai goes in and really, you know, does his best to make this character come alive. But what else can I say? So honestly, that's pretty much it. I mean, I finished what I set out to do. I'm gonna focus on Kingdom Hearts and Last of Us, and I think I'm just gonna focus on those two. I'm gonna alternate. I used to do like one different video each week, but that's kind of like time consuming, and I never know if it's better to just finish a game right away. That's why maybe I want to focus on those two. And because, you know, it's hard for me to kind of move the PlayStation back and forth. Me and my brother are sharing it. We were thinking about getting a PS5, but it's kind of hard to get a PS5 still. I think the only game that I might get in the way is like occasionally Fortnite. Whenever they add something, I just recently did my longest Fortnite video. Well, instead of, you know, not counting the event, it was just having fun in the Fortnitemares. Operation Snowdown, the winter event. That's the only game that like might get in the way, as well as any Smash announcement or any Nintendo announcement in general. I mean, I just recently also did the direct for the Super Nintendo World. I'm definitely excited for that. I don't think I'll travel to Japan because of the virus, and you know, I mean, I've always wanted to go to Japan, so if I go, I'll definitely go visit. But I just can't wait for it to open here in the US. But you know, see, you know, there's just stuff that comes out like directs. events and other games. Who knows? Like, it's definitely always hard to keep track, but I think my main thing is to focus on at least 2 games at a time, or at least on one thing, because I see a lot of other YouTubers who like get busy and they never end up finishing a game. I mean, as I'm recording this, one of my favorite people is and I mentioned this before, Corey Kenshin. He was able to come back, finish Spider-Man, but he hasn't finished Ghost of Tsushima, which is, the game of the samurais, and I think he just needs one more episode, right? But imagine, they're, bigger than me. They got more viewers, and they still aren't able to find time to finish some of these games. So, luckily, they have great personalities. And I'm a very patient person. And I feel like that's how some people will be, especially, because I'm a small YouTuber. So I don't let the numbers affect me. I just think of putting as much content on my channel as possible. And then when people come in, there's a whole library of stuff they can watch. And who knows, I might even, try out new games. Like I said, I have little small titles that I can play, more often. But at the end of the day, as of this video, my main focus is Kingdom Hearts and Last of Us. I'm recording this on the 29th, but I think I'm just going to relax. I don't think I'm going to start on January 1st, but I'll probably wait a week. I'll come back. Right now it's Wednesday, I think, and I'll come back Monday of next year. So let me check. So right now it's Tuesday, December 29th. It's 10 p.m. as of me recording this, and I probably won't be back until January 4th, which is a Monday. Just because I want to start the week. I'll probably have a new video up. I think I'm gonna do Last of Us. That'll be the first video up. And then the next day will be Kingdom Hearts, and I will alternate. I think I'm just gonna do, more commentary, kind of get through the game. I might even finish it before January. Don't know if I'll do the Kingdom Hearts DLC yet, but who knows? Just because you have to pay extra, and that game doesn't belong to me, so I don't want to pay for something that he won't use. That's another thing. I don't know if I'll have the PlayStation 5 by then, or if I'll have all the tablets. Who knows? But everything is coming 2021 as of me recording this. You'll probably get this video on the 30th. And I'm also, like I said, rebranding. One more time, this is what I'm using as of me recording this, but the gaming channel is what I'm still tweaking. I also have this art for my art channel, kind of keep it simple. And then I recently did this for my podcast. I feel like that's more of a movie night kind of feel, late night watching, so I made everything kind of neon. But for my regular channel, I think this hot pink and gold or like a dark yellow is kind of what I fell in love with while editing. So that's my new art channel. That's my colors that I like. But of course, that's pretty much it. I think I've rambled on long enough. It's always good. I really love the last video that I did. Just sit down, talk. I have a cup of coffee, but I don't really like to drink while I'm recording. At least not coffee. If it's water, it's fine. You've seen me drink water in some of the other episodes I've done, but it definitely puts a string on the throat when you have a long conversation. But with that being said, I think I've repeated myself a couple of times. Hope my point got across. I'll probably sit down, finish anything that I need to finish, and I'll probably be back with a new episode on Monday, or whenever. But I know it'll be next year, and just know that it'll be Last of Us. I don't think anything will come up, especially because I've set my sights on those 2 games. But yeah, thank you all for all the support you've shown, all the likes here and there. Again, thanks to people that follow, that are consistent. I would love to do more videos with you guys, not just playing together. We could discuss stuff, because I just love to discuss, just like this, and put my thoughts out, and just to grow as a community, just to feel like you're not alone, against so many other people. But yeah, so as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for all the gaming content from my perspective. Be sure to also subscribe to my art channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more art there. You can kind of see what I can do, and then let me know what you want me to draw. And also my podcast channel. That one's going to be a little bit more active, I think. I'm getting more excited, especially after I redid my my art for that channel. You know, there's a lot of stuff I could talk about. Like I said, you know, Mandalorian, you know, Disney, and anything Disney, anything movies. So much is happening. You know, even games as well, to do my game reviews there. Just because podcasts, you're able to kind of get my idea and people around me that I can introduce. Like I said, I could have some people come in, but who knows? I'm definitely excited for 2021. You know, I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully it turns out a lot better. I'd say it just depends on, you know, what the higher ups do, just because, you know, it's not on me. All this stuff that happened, unfortunately, is just, you know, people who run society. So I'll definitely, you know, do more on the channel if I can as a hobby. Hopefully I'll do much better at work, and maybe later in the summer I'll continue my my degree. I'm a film major, which is probably why I'm also really excited for this podcast channel about movies, and the art channel too, because I want to be an animator, you know, animation, films, that's all I like to do. Games, of course, I grew up with them, so everything in the media industry is what I really love doing. So I'm definitely excited to, you know, keep moving things forward, and to have a platform where I can talk and do all sorts of stuff. So, like I said, I rambled on long enough. Thank you if you've watched this far. Make sure to leave a like, comment anything you want to say. I'll definitely try to respond. But yeah. Now that I've finished, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else that I upload. And until next year, bye.